What is most useless item you carry with you all the time? I joined the Navy 10 years ago, and we were all told about the tradition of challenge coins and why you carry them. Basically, you carry a coin, and in the event of a night at the bar, getting a shit tasking, etc., you can pull out your coin, and whoever doesn't have one / has the lowest rank one gets shit on, has to do the task, pays the tab, whatever. Well, 10 years in, I have never actually pulled my coin, nor has anyone else ever pulled coins on me. So, I carry a heavy as shit Secretary of Defense coin in my wallet, looking for all the world like a dumb 15-year-old with a condom in my wallet, because it is a round protrusion in the leather, for no damn reason. But I also am terrified of the day I do get challenged, and don't have it, and have to pay a $300 bar tab. An all-purpose tool. It is not particularly good at anything it does. Has a hammer on it that splits into a wire, a cutter / pliers. Compared to a Leatherman, not super helpful to have on hand. It fails as a hammer, as a pliers, as a cutter. Even the knife / screwdriver attachments etc that pull out are so bulky that using any of them isn't great compared to, say, a Swiss Army knife. I carry a Leatherman on hand too. But it was a gift from daughter / grandson who find me handy because I fix stuff for them, so I always have it on me as a memento. As a memento, not useless. Always makes me think of the Red Green Show. If they don't find you handsome, they can at least find you handy. I've carried a handcuff key on my key ring for almost 30 years. When I was a teenager I got one because of wild girlfriend who liked handcuffs, but then some kid got kidnapped near my city, and when they found him, he was handcuffed in some basement. So I kept the key on my key ring. Then you get a little older and you think, yeah, if I'm ever arrested I can get out of handcuffs. Stupid, I know. Then it just became something that I'd look at and laugh about having all these years. Pointless in the sense it hasn't got a practical use. But a little letter my fiancée wrote for me when we were gonna spend time away as I was away for work and she was staying home. I keep it everywhere I go, so if I feel low I'll pull it out and give it a cheeky read. I have a bunch of various paper money, including $2 bills, Canadian, various Asian countries, and a couple large bags of yen coins. None of it is rare, or in great condition or anything, just interesting more than anything else. I plan on going back to Japan someday, so I guess the 1000 yen note, and about 7000 yen I have in coins will come in handy eventually. The yen I have is left over from a vacation in 2016, and I plan on going back again someday. I've held on to it because I thought it would be neat to bring it back to spend in the future. The 1000 yen note was the last paper note I had left before going home. I have a lot of small coins, 1 yen, 5 yen, 10 yen, because I used cash, so received them often, but never spent them. I also have some larger coins, including some 500 yen coins, and 150 yen ones. I had a lot of for use in vending machines there, but never spent all of them. The 1 yen coins are tiny and made of aluminum, and I never spent a single one. Edit. The only Japanese money I actually carry on me is the 1000 yen note. I also still carry my Suica card, which is for prepaid train tolls, in my wallet. They are valid for 10 years, so most likely I'll be able to use it on my next trip. Turns out there is an Android app that can scan the Suica / Pasmo cards and tell you how much yen is loaded on it and shows the last transactions from it. Mine has 609 yen, and it was a fun memory seeing a history of all the stations and access points I went through. A $2 bill that I'm never going to spend. They are not even rare, it just looks cool. I carry one of these too. My grandpa gave it to me before he passed away. My wallet was stolen about a year and a half ago and then somehow, miraculously, found and returned to me with the $2 bill still inside. I also have a single $2 bill I will never use. It was given to me by my great grandfather because he thought they were so neat. He passed not long after. The key to the home I grew up in. I was so proud when they gave me a key to the house in 7th grade so I could let myself in whenever I needed to. They changed the locks years ago, so this key is now completely useless, but I can't bring myself to take that key off of my key ring. I will always carry it to remind myself of my family. Get your lock's key to the old key once you have your own little family. Don't carry it with me every day, but I'm a server in a restaurant. One time a kid left this little tiny Optimus Prime figure on the table. I went to bus the table and saw the little figure. Threw it in my apron and it's been there almost ever since. That was about 2 years ago. The almost is kind of awesome too. One time at work I pulled a check out of my apron and Optimus stealthily took flight. I didn't notice till the end of the shift. Freaking out, I searched the whole entire restaurant. Never found him. Saga over until a few weeks later. My coworker heard me talking about it. I come by on a day off for a drink and he brings me the drink and tells me to follow him. Sitting on top of our bulletin board high on the top right corner, my Optimus fucking Prime. I'm elated and thank him profusely. I come to find out someone on the shift I lost him found it. They didn't keep it or throw it away, they placed him in a pen cup. Someone saw it and moved it to the expo window, etc. For a few weeks people kept moving it and I never saw it until my awesome coworker heard me talking about it and reunited me with my tiny useless talisman. You a real one, Cam. I have a key on my keychain that isn't mine. When my sister was in hospice we went to clean out her house and found that key on the end table next to her couch, so we figured it was important. It didn't fit any of the doors or anything we could find in her house. When we asked her what it went to, she was too far gone on pain meds to answer. She died in 2008, but I've still got that key, just in case I ever run into a lock that it fits. This is some Indian in the cupboard level stuff, boss. When I was in Arizona 2 years ago I bought a metal spider sculpture off of an old man outside a dingy side of the road Wild West traveler stop. As a receipt he gave me a wallet size printed picture of him sitting proudly atop a horse with a big white cowboy hat, and he signed the back and wrote the dollar amount. I still have his picture in my wallet today. Yours is definition one of my fave. I would have kept it too. You both sound like pretty cool dudes. Did he give a story for the picture, or was it just a total surprise when you paid? Either way, I love it. A picture of my high school girlfriend who passed away 10 years ago. I've been in multiple relationships since then, but this is the only thing I can't seem to let go of from any of the relationships. Edit. A few people are asking why I keep it and how partners since then have reacted. Most didn't care as they are mature enough to not be jealous by something that is simply a memory of a person who is gone forever. One crazy ex tried to burn it though. As for why I keep it, sometimes I struggle to remember her face, and that makes me feel like a shitty person. That's because the relationship wasn't lost, it was taken. Sending you feels. This statement just rocked my fucking world. Edit. Thanks for the love, y'all. Really, people can be so kind. I'm cool. I am. Ops statement was more of an eye-opener for me on worldliness in general. I'm not down in the dumps right now, but I will definitely be remembering this statement along with everyone's kindness for when that day does come. Love you all. Mine's a Phoebus. I'm ready to battle. Years ago I worked at a summer camp for Cub Scouts, and one of the packs brought a bunch of Pokemon cards. They covered a table in cards and asked me which one was the best. I told them Phoebus. For the rest of that week we would battle when I saw them and insist that I won because nobody beats Phoebus. I still keep it in my wallet. I had my appendix almost pop on me a couple years ago. I woke up with horrible pain and swelling in my abdomen, so I asked my dad to take me to the hospital. As I was gingerly pulling myself out of the car, my very anxious mother slams my fingers in the car door. I'm screaming bloody murder, and she panics further and starts trying to pull me away from the car with my finger still crushed behind the beeper. The pain was nothing next to the embarrassment of walking into emergency, only to be greeted by 50 people staring at me wondering what the hell just happened. My appendix burst in July during a flight I had. Initially thought it was a giant blockage, but slowly got worse. Sweated a ton, couldn't hardly move, felt like a softball was trying to pass through my system. After many laxatives realized it was probably appendicitis and went to the ER. My daughter's stomach is on the wrong side of her body, so at 3 meters old she had to have surgery correcting a malrotation of her small intestine. The surgeon, nicest smartest doc I've ever met, was like, let's do an appendectomy while we're there. It's also in the wrong place, and there's a 10% chance she'll need it removed anyways. Might as well pull it while we know where it is. Best surgical freebie ever. That's potentially a lifesaver for her, because if she ever did develop appendicitis she'd be easily misdiagnosed because the pain would be on the wrong side. Business card of someone I'll definitely never call. Edit. Wow, that's a ton of karma for such a simple comment. Question. Why doesn't my karma update reflect the 28k and instead only goes up a few hundred at a time? Yes, same here. Many years ago I worked at an office and the account manager of one of our vendors was a true knob jockey. My coworker and I would dread his visits. He didn't last long before he was fired. Anyway, I kept his business card, and one day I hid it somewhere around my coworker's desk. A few days later he did the same back to me, so began a year-long running joke of surprising each other with the card. One time I put it in an envelope and mailed it to him at the office. Another time he sneakily gave it to my roommate who passed it back to me totally unexpectedly outside of work. I left that office 7 years ago and moved countries. I still have the business card in my wallet in the very unlikely chance that I one day run into my coworker again. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you would like to see more, feel free to subscribe.